guys today. So I was just driving home and I was thinking about this topic and wanted to just hop on and like ride the wave of the inspiration that I was getting about it. So I think this video is good to start out with a little bit of a story time, and it goes back to the start of my coaching business. I thought, oh, it's my soul gift. I'm like really in alignment with that's it. That's got to be it. I just really was like nailing my soul frequency, and I'm in alignment. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. Yeah. And so then I would use that to then say, oh yeah, if I'm not feeling aligned, I'm feeling like out of alignment with myself, then that's why I'm not getting sales, right? I'm just feeling out of alignment. I don't have that special sparkle right now. So fast forward to a couple months ago, I'm at this training event, and there's this man, and he's telling this story about when he first got into his business. And he was going around and he was pitching all of these different places for advertising gigs. Like, he was writing jingles and he was looking for opportunities, to make money and make sales and everything. So he kept coming back and pitching. And he got the gig doing a jingle for this really big car dealership. And the guy was like a pretty high profile, like, he was one of those car dealers that like he had his name all over the city. His face was on the billboards. And the guy hired him for to do the jingle. And he was like, he couldn't figure out why he got hired by this person. Because he had been turned down by a lot of lower, smaller players around town. But for some reason, this like kind of top, A player wanted to hire him. And he said, well, sir, can I ask, like, why did you hire me? And he said, because of your passion and your enthusiasm, and I want that in my business. I want that energy in my business. And literally with that story, it was like light bulb freaking moment, because that's when I realized that's what it is. That was the sparkle, that was the sizzle, that was the thing that people were coming to me was for my passion and my enthusiasm. Sure, I was in alignment with my soul, and sure, but like, when I look back to that time, I was freaking excited. Like, I was on like this whole new chapter of my life, and I was claiming my freedom for the first time, and I was working for myself and like making the same or more money, but working, like, instead of like commuting all over, I was working from home, and I was happy, and I was doing my thing. And like, of course people are gonna buy that, but I didn't realize it. Like, I had just never heard it quite like that, and I thought it was more of this mystical, magical thing, but it actually wasn't. So taking it back to you, and the purpose of this video is, when you are like basing your business growth on these external circumstances, I did kind of a ranty video on my page yesterday, about my personal page, about like entrepreneur mindset versus employee mindset, and I talk about this a little bit in that video. But it's like, when you are basing your success on these external factors, like getting likes on your page, and getting comments on your videos, and all of that, like, that is really stuff that's like vanity stuff. Like, likes on a page and comments on a video do not a transformation make, right? It's when that person gets on your sales call and they go to have a conversation with you about how you can help them transform their lives. That's when you're really doing the work in the world. So if there's a number that you want to be aligning with, and like something that you want to be going for, you know, that's a little bit more with that ego, like I need to see a certain numbers. Definitely having the goal of having calls booked is where your best, you know, your best energy is going to be spent in terms of goals. Likes don't pay the bills. You can go pay for likes all you want, right? You can run Facebook ads and pay for likes. You can pay for things and have those vanity numbers, but those do not make the transformations that you're here to deliver. So if you're wondering why, you know, maybe people aren't catching on and maybe people aren't excited about your work, my question for you is, well, when was the last time you talked about it? When was the last time you got on video and you talked about your work, that you know, demonstrated passion, that you demonstrated enthusiasm for the work and the transformation that you provide? Because that's really what it is. It's embodying the excitement of the transformation. When I get into a conversation with somebody and I start talking about my business, isn't this tree beautiful? Oh my gosh. When I start to talk about my business, my energy levels just beep, 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 they just raise, and I'm like, I'm beaming and I'm excited. I'm excited to not only talk about like my business and what I'm doing, because I'm so excited about the work and the strategy that goes on behind the scenes and my team and everything, but I'm also so excited about you guys and the potential that you all hold and the results that you get and like what you're working for. Like that fuels me and that makes me excited, and like the more excited you become, the more excited I become. And if you're not that excited, you know, that's gonna also be mirrored back to you from other people. You know, that's just how it works. We mirror back like what we're a vibrational match to. So I really just want you to sit with this, because this is one of those transformational essences. It's one of those things that it's like it can't be codified, but it can be felt, right? It's an energy and it's an essence, so we can't necessarily measure it in terms of like, you know, units of excitement and units of enthusiasm, but we can we can measure it in our feelings and in our vibration. So what is it that stokes your fire? Like, what is it that gets you fired up? I know for me, it's thinking about the transformation, it's reflecting on it, it's focusing on my offer, working on my offer, developing my offer, building my offer, helping my clients to work on their offer, develop their offer, build their offer, you know, looking at solutions, talking about this stuff. You know, I'm at a point now where it's very meta in my business, where like I'm doing something and then I'm also doing it with the intention to like design it and like make it into a thing so I can train on and teach on it. But that's really where you are too. Like you know, when you're writing your own program, you're reverse engineering your process. You have to do the same. Oh, it's like you have to do the same thing as I do with your own business, which is like go into your unconscious, go into these things that this part of you that's like natural and you just like do it automatically, and like bring it into your consciousness. So you're bringing your unconscious into the conscious and selling it, selling your process, selling your transformation. And so think about all of those people out in the world that you can help. Think about the more people that you can talk to, the more people that can get on the phone with you, the more people that you know, that invest to work with you and connect with your message and connect with your marketing. Like how much better the world becomes. Because I know for me that's a big driver is, you know, the types of people that I'm helping, like how we make the world a better place, one person at a time, a happier place to live. And you guys know this or may not know that coaching is the second fastest growing industry on the planet right now, next to technology. Why is that? Because people want help. They want to get over their crap. And, you know, wherever you are in terms of like the wave of awakening to being a coach, you know, wherever your measurement of success is in terms of the number of clients you worked with and the money that you make, the transformations, all of that, however you want to measure all of those results, if you look at like the distance of where you are now to where you want to be, what I call it's called the gap to goal. and look at yourself and say, you know, maybe I'm a little disappointed that I haven't hit this goal yet. But that's not a reflection on my ability to coach. Just because I haven't like hit a certain number or achieved a certain status, that doesn't shine a reflection on my ability to coach and get people transformations. My excitement and my passion to help people is what measures my, you know, my results and my ability to help. Really, that's really where the change happens. So that's really where it is. It's like, don't let ego and like vanity stuff block you and hinder your progress and your success, because it's really like your ability to support people and guide people through a transformation in your respective industry that make you good at what you do. And it's your commitment to showing up consistently and making yourself available for that. Like, if you're not booking enough clients, then you are making yourself available to not book clients. It's your thinking. It's how you're thinking about things. When you're making yourself available to earn an income from this and to do the work and to have the mindset of the result that you're going for, which is getting people onto your strategy session, getting people onto your sales call, and inviting them to join you and holding the space for the transformation, talking about the results, talking about helping them to see like their pains and what they're struggling with, and how your offer is a bridge that will get them from where they are now to where they want to be. It is a practice. And so that's really what that's the enthusiasm, is actually the energy of the bridge. It's the bridge. It's like, you almost, when you're doing your marketing, you're almost like the one, you're standing on the middle of the bridge. And then the person comes to you and they say, hey, I'm interested. And you're like, awesome. So you walk off the bridge, right? Because like somebody who's not invested, we're not going to just drag them onto the bridge. So we go and we walk off the middle of the bridge over to the side of the bridge where the person is in pain. And we're like, we greet them. And then we have a discussion with them to see if they are a good fit to work together. And then when they say yes and they sign their contract and they make their deposit, you bring them up to the first step of the bridge. You're not going to, throw them at the other side of the bridge just because they paid, right? They don't automatically give the result. But then you are there like walking them across the bridge step by step, okay? Sometimes people get to the middle of the bridge and their program is done, like they need more support, and you say, hey, you look how far you've come, like look at all the results you've gotten. I know that you wanted to be over here, but look at where you are. This is amazing. We can keep going, or you can go back. Hey, why don't you can see there if you want to get there all by yourself. That's totally fine. I totally understand that. But we've gotten pretty far, haven't we? Let's celebrate that. And then the person will say, yes, I want to finish walking the bridge with you. And then you say, okay, well then let's do another round of coaching together. Okay, great. And we walk the bridge together and we finish it. And sometimes people, especially in business coaching, their bridge, they like add on all of these like little fancy features to their bridge. And some of, that just happens sometimes. They're like, ooh, but I want to go and I want to build this side of my bridge. And I want to do this on the bridge. And I want to do this and I want to do this. Like, hey, great. I can support you with all of that. So the bridge can get kind of elaborate, right? And that's totally cool. And those are the people that really want that long-term relationship with you and they want to keep going. And really they're going to keep investing with you because of your enthusiasm and because of your support. And they can't really imagine what life is going to be like without you in their corner. And of course they're going to do great and they're going to believe in themselves, but there's something that they need to learn from you and get from your frequency to like upgrade their own frequency. Okay. So, if somebody decides that they want to, they finish their program and but they're not all the way across the bridge yet and they want to finish on their own, fine. You're always going to be there. You're always going to be available. And Yeah, and nobody else can do what you do. Remember that. So that's, again, the passion and the enthusiasm also are connected with that energy of like, there's a transformation that only you can create, like only you can do. And the more excited you are, we have periods where we need to be quiet. We need to retreat. I mean, for me, June and July, I barely did any marketing at all. Like, I wrote posts, I was very consistent around my posts, but as far as like video marketing, I hardly did any video marketing. I just didn't, because I had a lot going on it was like I knew that I needed to take a break and like preserve my energy to work on my strategies and my systems and my processes so that I could scale and not like bottleneck every time because I knew that when going out and marketing, I'm going to sign on more clients. And so I wanted to be able to take on the next wave of clients with more ease. And so that meant focusing on my strategy for a while and my systems. So sometimes there are those, systems upgrades that need to happen, but my business is at a place where that's a very real part of scaling. If you're not quite there yet, if you're not like already booked out with reoccurring income from your sales, you don't need to be sitting back there like figuring out your strategy. Figuring out your systems and your process. You need to be out there selling and getting people on your consultations, getting people on your sales calls. Guys, that's your number one thing. Allow your enthusiasm to sell people onto the consultation, get people onto the sales call, whichever you're calling it. Get people on there, get them excited, sell them on the program. So you're always getting people, you're selling them into the next step. So right now, I'm selling you on getting freaking excited about booking your consultations and getting excited about showing up and being consistent with your videos, with your marketing, talking about your coaching, talking about how you help people to get them onto your call. And then when they're on your call, you're selling them onto your program. That's it. That's all you're doing. Just let it be simple. Let it be simple. Don't overcomplicate. Don't overthink things. Allow yourself to be where you are and say, I want to be booked out. I want to sign on this many clients and I'm going to freaking do it. And then when I have 10 clients, I will do the whole strategy thing that Celia's talking about. Or when I hit my next number of clients, then I will go in and build my systems. Because that will happen. But let's get the first part, which is booking the clients, and then we'll look at the scaling strategy. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye.